All right, hey everybody, it's the Codex Comics podcast, episode 13. I'm Michael.
And this is Nick.
And yeah, it's not really anything happening today, I don't think, comic book wise.
Yeah, nothing really good happened. I mean, we're stuck with these titles and
yeah. I mean, we got 135 that came out this week. As we start talking about that, I'm kind of excited for it. I've been excited for the introduction of Jason.
Yeah, definitely. This issue was definitely it does help fill in a little bit of the gaps, but I feel like there's more to the story.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure at the last page of that they teased that we're going to see the next part of the story in the next issue. I like the setup for it. It adds some depth to the character. Last time we talked about this, we didn't spoil the ending, but at this point we're going to.
Yeah.
Last time we saw Jason, he's evil and he's going to be fighting Wonder Woman. So in this issue, we kind of set up the fact that he wasn't always this way. I mean, he was trained like your typical demigods from Legends.
Yes.
He had Hercules training him and all these different things, and he eventually goes off and he's kind of vigilante and he's living life and everything. We're left on a cliffhanger to where the next part of the story is going to go, probably with Grail interfering somehow.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Grail's going to show up and give him like an idea, you know, that one concept that just turns him completely the opposite direction.
And I feel like we're missing a chunk of the story.
Yeah, that too.
Because like I feel like the Amazons would be like, I mean, the Amazons are like no guys on this island, and I'm pretty sure they killed their male children.
Yeah. But why leave him? You know?
Yeah, I'm sure he was stolen, taken away, and I feel like that is a good. I feel like that right there is a good reason to make this character a villain. To hate Amazons because they kicked him out of their society and everything. Like, they're like... And I feel like that's a cool story to tell. And I'm hoping... part of me's hoping that's kind of like the little part that Grail, like, blows up in his face.
Also, like, it would be awesome, like, you know, Wonder Woman's been in with Mankind, you know, maybe a cool story down the road would be her... You know, going back to Themyscira eventually, and
wasn't she looking for it? Wasn't that the whole point of the first like rebirth arc?
Well, she did find it, but the problem is once she stepped out of it,
she's not allowed to go back.
She can't go back. But that was before, you know, she knew Batman and Superman. You know, maybe they can help her, but it would be a really cool story if she comes back and she tells.
Has she been to the Themyscira since? I'm sure she's... I'm not a huge Wonder Woman follower. I mean...
I honestly don't think so. Like, they alluded to it. Like, they kind of planted an illusion of sorts, and then she finds out that it wasn't really Themyscira and that she can't really return home, you know? But, you know, it's a cool story. You know, she comes back and tells her mother, look, humanity is not all bad. There are good people here.
Yeah, and... Again, that's the major theme with all of Rebirth anyway. So that'd be kind of cool. I would like to see that story. I'm really excited for the whole introduction of Jason, and I hope he doesn't do a heroic sacrifice at the end of this arc.
You know what? Going for a Star Wars reference here, I think they're gonna Wonder Woman and Jason. They're gonna pull an Anakin and Obi-Wan. I'm sorry.
I don't want this character to become a new villain. But to be honest, if he stays a villain, as long as he stays in the universe, I won't be that mad. I would be cool with a new villain. Like, get this guy and make him like a Justice League villain. Like,
that would be cool. Or maybe make him like Ares or something.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Like, you know, last time we saw Ares, he's basically in his own kind of world.
Yeah.
You know? Make this guy a new Ares because he is technically part of.
And I hope that's the direction we go because I wanted him to be a new heroic character, but I will settle for a new villain character. As long as I don't kill him, that's fine.
Yeah.
As
long as he doesn't die, we're all good.
So we need new characters, I think. Give us a rebirth, so to speak.
Yeah.
Where are we on to next?
Well, we got Action Comics here. Like, you got to tie the knot with this Oz Effect story.
Yeah, so this is the Oz Effect Aftermath. We did the same thing with Superman Reborn. We had an Aftermath issue afterwards. Really, really good for like a fill-in issue between arcs. Because at the end, they tease Booster Gold and Superman teaming up, which is what we know the next arc is going to be. So this issue is basically to fill the gap from the Oz Effect to the Booster Gold team up, and I feel like it was a really good issue for just being a fill-in issue. And I love seeing a shared universe in comics. I know it can get confusing because, like, if you're not reading everything.
Oh man, tell me about it.
But when you have read a lot of the titles and you see Batman come in and be like, yeah, I had a similar experience meeting my dead father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And because we know that from the button, and then like you see Green Lantern like helping Superman out with stuff that he needed. I like seeing that kind of stuff because then you know that everything is a shared universe and it's all happening. And that's always been really exciting to me. But yeah, it's a really good issue, I think. And we see some really cool stuff, and we see like it's cool to see Clark's like personal life side of it, where like we're seeing Perry White scream "Great Caesar's ghosts" and yelling that Clark's not there. It's fun to see that side of like classic Superman.
Yeah,
that kind of gets overshadowed.
He's not always that powerful Superman.
Yeah.
You know, even this issue kind of showed Superman as like his lowest. Like lowest. That actually sounded like lowest there for a second. I'm sorry. But it shows him how really human he is, and it just. I don't know, like, he's not all invincible, which is the best part.
Yeah, and, like, that's what I thought was really cool, because Batman comes in, and Superman's like, what do you hear? You're not going to trust this alien? And Bruce is like, no, but, like, you're really obsessing over this in, like, a way that Batman does and Superman doesn't. I mean, look at how Batman was obsessing over the button. We remember seeing that. And
oh, yeah.
Kind of the same way that we see Superman doing, and something we don't see often. A different take on this character. Or, I mean, especially seeing his dad and all the stuff with Kellex and everything. It's a really, really good issue, and I'm excited for the Booster Gold story. Mm-hmm. And I have to talk about... We're almost done with this. But I need to talk about him using the Cosmic Treadmill.
Oh, yes, like, definitely. That was like one of the big things.
The last time we saw that, other than the button, last time we saw the Cosmic Treadmill was when Flash, like, decided to save his mom.
Yeah.
And, like, we saw Flash at his lowest, where he was being selfish, and he was going to go back in time and save his mom. But now we see Superman at his lowest, where he decides that he can time travel.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. That makes complete sense.
And it's really cool, and I don't know if Superman's ever used the Cosmic Treadmill before, but it makes sense that he could. Well, kind of, because...
Well, he does have super speed.
But he's not connected to the Speed Force, I don't think. That's why Barry's faster.
Well, he's going to try anyway, you know.
Yeah, but no, I mean, he obviously does. But again, it's really interesting to see Superman at his lowest point where he's like, I need to go back to destroyed Krypton, because I don't think he's ever done that before. To go and watch...
In all reality, he wants to find out what happened. You know, he's a seeker of truth. You know?
So, I mean, like, we could see a story where it's Flashpoint-esque, where Superman's like, I'm going to save my dying planet.
And then somebody's going to try and stop him. Yeah.
I don't think that's the story we're going to get, but I think that'd be a really interesting story.
I think I'm going to pull Legends here and say time wants to happen, even though how much... You know, Superman might try and save his planet, but I
feel like that's too big of an event to stop.
I don't think you can stop the destruction of your planet that was eventually going to happen because of your planet's chemistry, you know?
But yeah, a really great issue. I was actually really impressed by it for being just like a stand-in, fill-in issue. It's really, really good. Art's great, too, I think. But anyway, moving on.
All right. Well, let's talk about some Star Wars here. We got Star Wars 39.
So this is the next part of the Jedha from Rogue One story thing, right?
Definitely. As you can see on the cover, you see Saul Guerrera's number 2 man. Like, you see his face on the front cover. So, and the thing I liked about this issue was they actually made references to Rogue One and Jyn Erso, which I did not see coming.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to read this one yet, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Is Luke in this?
Yeah, he is definitely in this. Like, you see him fighting some stormtroopers here and there.
I mean, do we see him actually, like, starting to pick apart some different Force history stuff?
Well, naturally, Luke is like a hero, so he's going to try and save the planet, but unfortunately he realizes that he kind of sees like the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
So he does help the... Oh man, what would I call them? I would say more the anti-rebels. Like, they're like...
the Thug Rares group.
Yeah, they're like more extreme rebels.
Yeah, the extremists.
The extremists, there we go. But, yeah... Okay. You know,
cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this arc. I'll probably pick it up and read it at some point. Just because this is the part of the story that I want. Like, I mean, seeing Luke go to like this planet that had this forced church temple thing, and seeing him dive in and learning about that. Yeah, and going back to last issue, that image of Jeddah.
Oh yeah.
Where like half of it was destroyed. So cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all the Star Wars stuff from Marvel's been really, really good. You finally read the Phasma story.
I did. I finally got...
Because it came out in the trade.
Yeah. Well, I read the first, like, the 2 issues of it. I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. You know, I'm going to wait for the trade and then read it all at one thing. And I finally did. It's really good. Like, it fills the gap, sort of.
Yeah.
And it justifies Phasma in a way that she...
got overshadowed in The Force Awakens.
Uh-huh. I honestly, I thought Phasma was going to be this thug. You know, she was going to handle all the dirty work, but no. Phasma is not a thug. She is very capable of doing. And I mean, on top of that trade, there's also like the origin story book that they put out called Phasma. Really great read too. But yeah, I mean that Phasma. I read the Shattered Empire fill-in tie-in thing from years ago. Kind of let down, really. Yeah, I think that story told how Poe Dameron came to be.
Yeah, I do too.
That's what I think.
But this Phasma story, like, it was a very nice, short, self-contained story that was really good, and you definitely need to check it out. Like, it was definitely one of the best stories that I've read. Complete stories.
I still can't get over the fact that they're pulling a Master Chief for her. Like, they don't show her face.
Well,
that's the worst part.
It's weird, though, because, like, everybody knows what she looks like anyway. She's Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but...
It's like, everybody knows what she looks like under the mask. Yeah, and the thing is, like, that kind of stuff is cool to do with characters that are only in the comics.
Yeah.
But, like, for doing a character that's, like, in the movies and stuff, too, is kind of weird, because, like, everybody knows what she looks like.
Yeah. Maybe you will get to see her face next movie. Who knows?
Yeah, it'd be really cool, and I think that we might, just because she never takes off that mask, so seeing her without it would kind of be like her defense is gone.
That could be the case, yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think by the end of this trilogy we'll see her without the mask on, but the mystery of it's really cool though too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, Warframe. I know you've been really excited for this series. So the second issue came out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll describe the front cover because the front cover is just epic. You got you have Lotus on the front cover with Mag, who's front and center, and you have, I think, a scavenger type hero. Yeah, it's just, I like this comic because it flows really well, and it's just, and there's not a lot of dialogue, but there's enough.
Yeah, we actually were talking about that. I know you really hate dialogue in comics.
Unfortunately, look at Transformers from IDW. Not to say anything bad. It's just
and it's just different takes on comics.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I like the right amount of dialogue. And flipping through Warframe, there is a really good balance of you can still tell what's going on in the story, and they're showing it to you. And I think that's really what comics are kind of about, is showing you the story. Mm-hmm. And the Phasma trade, or the Captain Phasma story, had a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Where it was a lot more showing.
See, it flowed really, really well, you know?
And there's something to that. I think striking good balance between the dialogue and everything is really important. Because especially if you get a good writer on it, too.
Oh, yeah. A good writer always helps. And a good artist, mind you.
Oh, yeah. The art in this is really good, too. It really captures the idea that it is a video game. Mm-hmm.
And the best part is the artwork for Warframe. It's more like a painted kind of flowing kind of look.
Yeah,
too.
It's really nice.
It is, really
and it's by people I've never even heard of. I mean, I'm not much of an Image guy outside of like The Walking Dead and Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool to see. I mean, maybe someday we'll see their names at Marvel.
Oh, hopefully. Who knows? Anything could happen in this world.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to see. I do like seeing Image some of the stuff they put out. I mean, they have everything from fantasy to Warframe, where it's a really heavy space sci-fi story.
Mm-hmm. Well, back in the day, they used to have like all kinds of stuff. Like you have, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider originally started in Image Top Cow, and Tomb Raider was like one of my favorite characters when I was a kid, which is strange, but that's what I grew up reading. It was either that or Star Wars, But I'm kind of disappointed what they're doing with the character nowadays. It's just Tomb Raider in the original story, she was like more fully formed, and she was like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's just, she felt more like in control. But the other character that I see is maybe a fraction of the original character, which is sad, because they're making Lara look more like a kid, and she's learning how to become Tomb Raider, and it's just, it breaks my heart, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool to see what Image does, though. Because like you were saying, like they have such a wide range. I mean, they have this really high space sci-fi story. They have a zombie apocalypse story. They have
fantasy stories even.
Yeah, and it's cool to see Image just doing stuff that like Marvel and DC. I mean, Marvel does it a little bit now because they have Marvel and Star Wars.
Well, Marvel does have the cosmic part of it too.
Yeah, but that's still tied in with the actual Marvel books too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with Image, nothing's really connected.
No, there was one time they tried to connect stuff.
Like when they first started, like Spawn and everything.
Well, actually, no. There was a story called Artifacts that they...
Oh, really?
They tried to connect all these different characters together. In my defense, I haven't read this story yet. Like, I've read pieces of it,
I'm guessing it didn't work.
The concept of the story was all the heroes, in a sense, were trying to stop this guy from claiming all 13 artifacts, which he would then use to rewrite reality in his own image. But all the characters, like half the characters were known, but the other half weren't so known. That probably was their big problem.
I think that's overall Image's biggest problem. I mean, aside from The Walking Dead and Spawn, and which really sucks because like Image does have really great stuff. I mean, like this new Warframe series just started, and like Tomb Raider. And I would love to see Image being able to start batting with the top two. I think there's some really good. I mean, I think Greg Capullo was working on that Reborn at one point. Yeah, which I always wanted to read.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just also they kind of rotate characters in and out because if you write the same character over and over again, it just it gets boring, or you don't have enough story. That could be the case too.
Yeah, it is really cool to see the boost that Image has been getting lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on, I guess.
All right. Well,
there was some. Like we said, nothing really came out this week. So I guess move on to our. I guess we can just end this and start talking about our events for the day and our picks.
Yeah.
By the way, our picks, Doomsday Clock. So anyway, let's get in. Couldn't keep that up for that long.
We were lying the whole time. Just saying. But, alright, so I'm going to let Mike talk about it first, and then I'll back him up. So, you got the lead, dude.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going to interrupt you right now. This book is absolutely beautiful. Like, I want to put gloves on to handle this book.
Like, the cover is amazing. The interiors...
All the covers are amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, I got all three. The main cover, the Superman one, and then the really cool Rorschach lenticular cover.
That was really cool, too. I did see that.
Yeah, it was a really cool cover. I gotta figure out which one to put in the frame. Superman one. Spoiler.
Definitely.
But yeah, and for a comic that's $4.99, I like how DC makes it worth that. It's 40 pages, beautiful on the inside, nice thick covers, not paper thin, not the same thickness as the interior. 9-panel grid.
Absolutely. Actually, the thing that is the best part is when I pick up this book, it feels like I have Watchmen in my hands.
Yeah.
Like, it just flows so well, and the artwork, like, it's not 100% match, but
that's the thing.
It's like really, really close.
It feels like Watchmen, but you also know it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the trick to being like, here is the sequel to Watchmen, which I guess we can now get into that and our spoilers for this issue.
Yes.
It introduces Rorschach back into the play.
Mm-hmm.
It also lets us know that at the end of Watchmen, that kid prints Rorschach's journal in the newspaper, revealing Ozymandias' secret to the world.
Yes.
And that's why we're at where we're at in this story.
Mm-hmm.
So we continue and we see Rorschach, and he feels a little bit different. His thoughts aren't as complete.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, it's like he's trying to form complete thoughts, but it's not there. It's like he's acting in a way. A little bit.
But then we reveal, after he saves this one girl from prison,
Marionette.
The Marionette, he reveals that the man that is under this mask, under the Rorschach mask, is not Walter Kovacs. Which, again, me having read comics all my life, I immediately jumped to, wait, are there like 52 Watchmen Earths? And then, after I thought about it for a little bit, it made sense that, like, in the same way that, like, Dick Grayson takes up the mantle of Batman, somebody took up the mantle of Rorschach.
Well, even going Night Owl, you know, Hollis Mason had the
yeah, that's actually better.
And then the next
I don't know why I didn't go there.
Well, I didn't think of it.
But, I like the way... I was worried whenever they introduced Rorschach back into this. How do you justify that he's still alive? And...
how do you bring back a disintegrated character that Dr. Manhattan destroyed?
And already, like, Jeff Johns already blew me away with it. And, like...
yeah.
You can tell that he respects these characters and respects the story that he's telling. And then we continue and we meet this other character, who is apparently the Marionette's boyfriend.
No, I think he's like her husband.
Okay, husband, yeah.
Yeah.
Husband, boyfriend, yeah. Husband, I guess it's...
close. We're close.
Yeah.
Because they showed a kid.
That's true. They have a kid, yeah.
Yeah, they have a kid.
So yeah, we introduced these two new Watchmen characters, as far as I understand, unless they appeared in, like, before Watchmen, but I don't think so. I'm guessing that these are going to be two brand new characters.
I honestly can't really... I can't, you know...
I'm thinking they are going to be brand new characters, and being brand new characters is really exciting to me. Because I could see these characters fitting in to the actual DC universe.
It's possible.
At some point. I mean, we'll see. But then, alright, keep moving on. Rorschach reveals that his partner, whoever this Rorschach is, he reveals that his partner is Ozymandias. Who has a really high bounty on his head, currently.
Oh, yes he does.
So then he starts talking, and he tells us that he has cancer, which was alluded to in one of the first panels.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about how God left them, being Dr. Manhattan, and how Dr. Manhattan's like final words to Ozymandias were that he was going to look for a universe that was less complicated. So then we switch to Clark Kent laying in bed with Lois Lane, and he has a nightmare about the night that his parents died. And Lois tells him, and he tells Lois this is like the first nightmare he's ever had in his life. And then we end with a quote from the poem Ozymandias. Wow. This issue, like, not much happened, but like, everything that happened was greatly written, was drawn amazing.
Yeah.
Really cool way to set up the fact that this is a sequel.
And the best part is, it feels like a sequel. It's not something.
It feels like a sequel, but it doesn't. That's what's so hard to explain. Like, it feels like a sequel, but at the same time, it feels like a modern day DC book.
Yeah. And the best part about it is it flows so well. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. There's just a perfect balance within this book.
I don't know if I can wait once a month for these books for a year.
Well,
I need that whole trade right now. Too bad I can't use a comic treadmill.
Well, and the problem is you can't rush.
Oh yeah, you can't rush it.
It's I don't know. I can wait a month for perfection.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean it's so good. You have to check it out. Like, it's so. I mean, there's not much to speculate on currently.
Yeah, it's just basically it tells like the effect of what the end of Watchmen caused, and now we're going to get into.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to see Superman trying to save the Watchmen universe.
It's possible.
That was kind of my thoughts flipping through this. Was like they kept wanting their god to come back to save them, and part of me feels like Superman's going to try and take up that mantle idea.
Hey, you never know.
I can't wait to see Dr. Manhattan and Superman talk.
That's going to be an epic scene.
I also better see John Kent in this. I'd love to see Gary Frank draw John. I mean, because Gary Frank's drawn a lot of like Clark Kent Superboy. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to see him draw John Kent Superboy. But yeah, really, really good.
Yeah. But let's...
Yeah, I could talk about it all day.
Yeah, we could talk about this all day, but...
And I'm sure we will. I mean, once we get a couple more issues, I mean, maybe we can get a whole separate video where we just kind of dive into it.
Yeah, and we just pull it apart. But
yeah, so just some other stuff that came out today. Just make sure you go check out Doomsday Clock. Great read. Super important. Mm-hmm. So some other stuff that came out today.
We got X-Men Gold number 16, which is the first part to the new arc with the Negative Zone. We got Thanos number 13. Last Thanos issue was absolutely epic. Like, he just, he took his throne back.
Oh, cool.
And
like, we're going to be seeing Darkseid here soon.
That'd be awesome. We got Teen Titans number 14 with the return of Wally West in that team. This issue's weird because, like, the next issue is issue 15, which is a part to Super Sons of Tomorrow. So I feel like a weird time. Put Wally West back, don't really get... And then, whatever. Yeah, it's goofy. But we got... If you want more Constantine, check out Hellblazer number 16.
I didn't know that title was still...
We got Harley Quinn number 32 with the last part to Mayor Harley Quinn. The next part to the Tony Stark. Yeah, Search for Tony Stark in Invincible Iron Man number 4.
Kind of cool, especially with Bendis leaving Marvel here soon.
Is he writing that story?
I'm pretty sure, because he created Riri Williams.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he's writing that. I mean, he's the one that created that character.
Hey, mate.
I'm pretty sure Bendis is writing like 15 times. Or he wrote... Because I'm pretty sure he has everything written right now and it's just waiting for it to come out. But I'm pretty sure he has like 15 titles in Marvel right now.
Do you think when he leaves that Riri Williams will like disappear, or will she just kind of... Like...
So a lot of people have been asking that question. And I guess Marvel said that they have plans for her.
Oh, dear. That's all I could say, honestly.
And I'm curious about Miles, too. I mean, like, Bendis has been the only guy to write Miles Morales, pretty much.
No offense to Miles, but I don't really care for him,
Yeah. I wasn't sold on him at first.
Yeah.
But I've actually been kind of liking Miles. I think Miles worked better in his own universe, because it made sense for him to be there and take up the mantle. Right now, it doesn't make sense for him to be Spider-Man 2. Especially...
Yeah.
But I think Miles is actually a really cool character, and it's a fun way to get the Spider-Man that we deserve. Like the classic take on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with some of these Bendis characters, because
Hey, maybe they'll go to DC.
I mean, Jessica Jones, too. Yeah, that won't happen. Let me tell you right now.
I know Jessica Jones won't go over to DC.
No, none of these characters will, because Marvel won't ever let that happen.
Good point. Anyway, though, if you want some classic Looney Tunes, check out Looney Tunes number 240.
DC's publishing that, right?
Yeah.
It's weird to me, but I guess it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it is Warner Brothers. With Transformers, you got Optimus Prime number 13.
So is there an Optimus Prime title and a Transformers title?
There's Optimus Prime, and then there's Transformers: The Lost Light.
Okay.
So, the Optimus Prime title kind of focuses on like Earth.
Okay, cool.
And then the Lost Light kind of focuses on like other stuff.
Now, is this like the continuity of like the 80s cartoon, or?
I'm afraid not. It's a little goofy.
Is it the Michael Bay movies?
No.
Good. All right.
It's not the Michael Bay movies.
That's fine. That's perfectly okay.
And then for the CW's Riverdale, we got Riverdale number 8.
I didn't know they were publishing a comic alongside that. I've heard really good things about the show.
Mm-hmm. It's like the one episode I watched is like, I think Jughead was sitting at his computer, and he basically reveals the whole case. I'm like, whoa. And like the first 5 minutes.
It's a show that I've really been meaning to get into. I just haven't. Heard really good things about it, though.
We got Spider-Man Deadpool number 24. We got Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 13.
We already heard all my speeches about Spider-Man marriage last week, so.
Yeah. I'm just going to say that May Parker aged at least 8 years from when we last met her.
That's weird, but kind of cool.
Well, it is kind of... It is not really part of the Marvel Universe, technically, so they can...
I'm curious to see... They have to have some sort of plan with this story, I think.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
We got Detective Comics number 969.
Which is the first part of Fall of the Batman, which is right after Lonely Place of Living.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen, honestly.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens with Batwoman and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was looking at the previews guide and we see a cover where she's like arrested or something.
There was one cover that she had a sniper rifle and she was aiming at somebody.
I'm curious to see what her thing is, like why.
I bet her father manipulates her.
Oh yeah. I'm just curious to see why Tim Drake in Tomorrow is like, well, you have to die.
I don't know. Because she's stubborn? I don't know.
Lonely Place of Living did actually kind of sell me on the Detective Comics title here. Because Lonely Place of Living was really good.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Flash number 35.
Which, is this still the Mina story?
I think so. We're almost there. We're almost there, I think, to Grodd. Like,
that's next. That's right.
I think that's next.
Oh, I love Gorilla Grodd.
And speaking of Gorilla Grodd,
he was on Titan or Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah, he was in
Legend. I'm so mad. By the way, I need a Gorilla Grodd click, but apparently there's only like 2, 3, but most of them are the old ones, which those can all burn. I hate the old clicks. But like the most current Grodd that they have is like a rare piece.
Yeah, I was lucky to get one. Like, I didn't get one in my bricks.
I'm like, because I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, I want a Gorilla Grodd piece. And I was like, I don't need a Gorilla Grodd piece. After I was looking at like the rarity and stuff of them, I love Gorilla
Grodd. Yeah, that's pretty much it for other titles.
Well, real quick with this Flash story, though. I think you haven't really been reading it.
I'm guilty of this, so I'm going to say it. I wait for the trades to come out. I finally caught up to the Rebirth. It's just...
Yeah, but no, I think...
time.
Because like they introduced this girl in like the first Rebirth Flash arc.
Yes.
And now they brought her out of the Speed Force to be like another Reverse Flash.
Oh, man.
But it's because like Flash had like the negative Speed Force and stuff. But it's kind of cool to see like this character that we thought was gone come back. I love seeing that kind of stuff too.
Well, do remember the phrase, dead is not dead enough.
Ah, well.
Just say.
Specifically in comics.
Unfortunately.
I mean, look at Jor-El.
Yeah, we all thought he was dead for how many years? And now, he got zapped.
Good old Dr. M.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, like we said, not a big week at all. No, that's a lie. It was a huge week. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, big issue of action, big Doomsday Clock. I mean, even pretty heavy with Marvel and Image this week.
Yeah, definitely. We got some titles, definitely. I don't know. It's just, this week was really good. Like, we had a lot of stuff,
this week was really good.
I'm glad that Doomsday Clock came out right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so I can read it 15 more times tomorrow.
Well, I was thinking to share the love, you know?
Well, that's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Is a good successor to Watchmen.
Oh, yes, definitely.
But yeah, no. Really, really good week. Probably going to play some clicks after this. It'll be some fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But, okay, so what else? I already told you our pick. Our pick is Doomsday Clock, obviously.
Actually, I was conflicted. I read Doomsday Clock first, and then I read Warframe, and I'm like, I'm trying to compare them both.
Don't ever say that to me again. Don't ever tell me you were conflicted with Doomsday Clock.
Hey! I have to be neutral. That's the problem.
That just goes to show you how good some of the Image's stuff is, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, I sat down today. I knew my pick was going to be Doomsday Clock. Even if Doomsday Clock was terrible, it's still going to be my pick.
Yeah, the confliction was very little, but
and it's not terrible. It's perfect. But real quick, I just want to do a real quick thing. In spirit of Doomsday Clock, who in the current Rebirth got the best costume update?
Oh. Well, that's a very good question. Well, I don't know. That's a very good question. Because,
I love, Rebirth, Wally West, Flash costume. That costume's awesome.
That is a really good costume. I love the color combination.
I love Batman's new logo.
Mm-hmm.
I like Superman with the boots. So, finally, whenever they merged pre-New 52 and pre-New 52 Superman together, when I combined those two together and he got the boots back, I kind of wish they did a collar, though. I mean, John Kent's costume is really good.
Honestly, my pick has to be... Well, Wally West is one of them, but I think Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. I love that cape.
Mm-hmm. I did like the New 52 look for Wonder Woman.
She doesn't even wear it right now on this cover, but...
I don't think that's her on the cover, honestly.
This one?
I don't think so. Because I think that's her.
Oh, yeah. But no, she has this... I forgot about her costume.
New 52, I love the color combination. But
that cape's awesome.
Yeah, and now they kind of modernized it a little bit. I think they did it because of the movie, you know. But it looks really good. It looks more like a warrior's attire from Greece.
Definitely.
You know?
And that Flash Wally West costume is so good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so now we got that. What are some events that are coming up? I know there's a sale happening.
Absolutely, we got a sale coming up.
You wanna talk about what your sale is?
Yeah, I'll talk about the sale. Basically, we got... So, fun fact, I hauled all the boxes out of the closet, and basically I pulled out a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, let's see if we can get some titles, And basically, all the 50-cent issues are now 25 cents each.
For Saturday or Friday and Saturday.
For Friday and Saturday, yep.
Some really good stuff there. I was looking through them today. Got some Superior Spider-Man, Adventures of Superman. Good stuff in there.
Yep.
Excited.
Also on, Friday's Black Friday, of course, and then Saturday is Small Business Saturday.
So there's 25-cent issues, dollar current back issues,
yes,
and half off the older back issues.
Mm-hmm. And also the window display is up.
The window display is up, and I was really excited. I was like, today I gotta get Doomsday Clock, I gotta see the window display. And I walked in and I completely forgot about the window display until I saw Galactus' head out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, oh, that's right. It's this time of year. And then whenever I looked at it, and it was awesome. It was really cool.
You got Marvel, DC, and Star Wars all in the same scene.
Yeah, it was really cool. I love that window scene every year. But this year it got even better. So yeah, the sale on Friday and Saturday closed tomorrow.
Yes,
for Thanksgiving.
We're closed Thursday for Thanksgiving. Also tomorrow, Steve forgot to mention this. There will be no Pokemon League tomorrow for any Pokemon players. Okay,
and then so then we got the Dickens of a Christmas, which is a fun weekend in Ebensburg. But yeah. Some good stuff.
Definitely check out the window display. I put my heart and soul in this one.
Yeah. This one's really, really cool. Come in and stop Friday and Saturday for the sale.
Absolutely.
HairClick's tournament went really well last weekend.
Indeed. I did not expect the amount of people we had for that tournament.
Really, really great weekend. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even going to play, and then there's so many people there, and I was like, you know what? let's go. And then I started playing with a really good time. I lost terribly. But it was still fun.
But that's not... It's... No offense, but the tournaments, it's not about winning.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's about having fun.
And meeting. I mean, I met a bunch of new Clicks players there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next one. And the next one's X-Men, though.
Yeah.
I'm up in the air. We'll talk about that. I'm up in the air on that. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yep.
But, yeah, hopefully see you here next Wednesday. There won't be any Doomsday Clock next Wednesday, sadly. No. But Imperious Lex, some other stuff. It'll be a fun new comic book day. We'll see you then.
That's all, folks.